After that terrible loss against the Timberwolves, the Nuggets are back at it to take on the Spurs. What happened? Let's find out. You're watching CS 105.1, where I talk about sports with good vibes. Let's get it. How's it going, everyone, and welcome. I'm CS Chandler, here for another take of Nuggets basketball. So the Nuggets tonight were back at it for their last back-to-back game of the season to take on the San Antonio Spurs, who are also very depleted. However, the Nuggets were even more depleted because injury reports would show up that the entire starting five would not play, including Peyton Watson. So we didn't have Jokić, we didn't have Murray, we didn't have AG, we didn't have CB, we didn't have Michael Porter Jr., and we didn't have Peyton Watson. Like, that's our squad. That's our squad right there. Like, short of Russell Westbrook, but you know, he's kind of in the doghouse right now, and he was really chipping to try to get out of the doghouse, though I don't think he got much out of it. He built such a big hole. He'll have to show up for it in the playoffs. But it was a crazy game. There was not much energy in it tonight. There was not a lot of good vibes, I feel like, even in the crowd. It felt like it wasn't a very busy crowd. I don't think it was sold out. It didn't feel sold out. And it felt very quiet. For the majority of the game, it felt very quiet. No one chanting defense. No one chanting, let's go Nuggets. For Ball Arena, that is very, very strange. They also spent the first 3 minutes standing up, waiting for that first basket to hit. We'll get into that later, but it was a crazy game. The Nuggets so the starting lineup for the Nuggets was Brodie, Jalen Pickett, once again, DeAndre Jordan, Zeke Naji, and Hunter Tyson. The Nuggets were in their navy blue jerseys. The Spurs were in their white jerseys. And the Spurs got the win. That's right. We are now on a back-to-back loss. 2 losses for the Nuggets. Final score 113-106. Don't know what we did to piss off the basketball gods, but man, just can't get it right now. Hopefully, we'll get it within these last couple of games. There's not very many left. There's, I think, 4 left now. I want to say, no, there's Warriors, Pacers, Kings, Grizzlies, Rockets, 5 games left. 5 games left. And we just lost 2 in a row. This is going to be great. Okay, so what happened in the game? Let's dive in. So, like I said, the crowd in Ball Arena, if you haven't been to Ball Arena, you don't sit until the first Nugget basket hits. So, immediately the Spurs controlled the tip, and CP3 gets a jump back for 2 for the first points of the game. Brodie then starts the Nuggets off with a turnover, and then the Spurs go on a 9-0 run, forcing Malone to take a timeout of the first timeout of the game. So there was about like 4 minutes where the Nuggets didn't even make a bucket. It was 9-0. And then finally, Hunter Tyson gets a layup to put the Nuggets on the board. Nuggets go on a 10-3 run to chip the lead down to 3 because they had actually ballooned it almost to 20. And then it doesn't take long for the Spurs to get the lead back to 9 from back-to-back threes. And the Spurs actually win the first quarter, 33-21. Second quarter, the Nuggets start the quarter off with a 3 from Dario, who didn't actually play a lot. You would have thought that with such a depleted Nuggets roster, he would have played a lot, but he has been like such a slump for the Nuggets right now. I don't know what's going on with him. He is not, like, people say that he plays well, but Nuggets fans have yet to see it. And tonight, he only played 7 minutes. Out of a 48-minute game, he only played 7 minutes when you already have a depleted roster. Like, that's how little Malone trusts him. Spurs then play with the Nuggets as the lead goes up to 20. The Nuggets are unable to get buckets. Spurs just getting practice in, it seemed like. Like, that's basically what this felt like. For the majority of the game, it felt like a shoot-around. It just, Spurs making shots, not making shots, still be able to get the ball back, and then trying again and everything until finally it would drop down. Oh my God, it was not a fun game to watch. I almost turned it off and just decided maybe not to do a podcast tonight, to be honest. It was not a good game, but we're trying to keep with good vibes, and I'll do my best. Momu then on a running layup gets the Spurs first to 50. Nuggets chip the lead down to 15, but but Spurs get it back to 20. Both teams tie the second quarter in the end, and the Spurs are headed into the halftime on top, 66-54. And then the third quarter, Nuggets start the quarter off with a missed shot from Tyson. Finally, a three from Tyson, though, gets the lead under 10-9 and the first points of the quarter. Three from Brodie to get the lead to 5. Another 2 from Tyson to get it down to 4. And then the sloppy game keeps the game within 4 until Spurs get it back to 7 from a 3. Last second 3 buzzer from Vlatko gets the lead down to 3 itself. And then the Nuggets actually win the third quarter 31-22. Then the fourth quarter, Spurs start the quarter off with a miss and a turnover as Nuggets try to tie the game, but go to the line for 2 as DJ makes 1 of 2. And then Hunter actually crashes the glass. This was a great play from Hunter. He crashes the glass on the missed second bucket or free throw from DJ, and he crashes the glass, goes up for a layup to tie the game. It was an awesome play by Hunter. That we need more of that kind of mentality. DJ then stuffs Castle and gets the Spurs a turnover. Pickett then with a layup gets the Nuggets their first lead by 2. Vlatko, another 3, gives Nuggets a 5-point lead. So the Nuggets actually ended up getting a 5-point lead in the fourth, but then the Spurs came back and take a 2-point lead with a 3. Vlatko then ties it back up with a skyhook. CP3 reclaims the lead with a 3. Another 3 by CP3 gets Spurs first to 100. Pickett gets a steal and gets a jump back to get the lead to 2. Like, the Nuggets were definitely trying. There was not a lack of trying for sure, despite how unfortunately they were playing. They were trying. A layup from Pickett also gets the Nuggets past the 100 mark later on, very late in the quarter. And then Spurs actually win the fourth 25-21. And the Spurs win 113-106. So Nuggets lost, and that's actually why I'm wearing my Avs cap tonight, because the Avs won. They get recognition tonight because they won in a shootout, but still they won 3-2 against Chicago Blackhawks. So awesome for the Avs. At least Colorado got a win tonight. It may not have been the Nuggets, but at least it was one of our great teams, and I have a lot of hope for the Avs right now. I think that this might be an Avs Cup year, and then next year will be a Nuggets Finals year. So who knows? But one thing I wanted to point out that last night was one of the very rare circumstances where the team that scored 100 first did not win the game. And then you also had that same rarity with the Bulls-Lakers game where the Bulls got 9 points in 12 seconds because the Lakers had gotten to 100 first then as well. And it's just, if you continue to play well after getting 100 first, you are most likely going to win. If you start to slack off on the defense and play horrible defense, you are going to give the other team an edge and finally give them the win. That's what happened to the Lakers against the Bulls. That's what happened to the Nuggets against the Timberwolves last night. And then tonight, The Spurs almost did that and almost allowed the Nuggets to actually win this thing. But then within the last I want to say maybe like a minute left, 2 minutes left, the Spurs finally started to run away with it. And they had actually gotten their lead up to 10 with final seconds left. And then Pickett got his triple-double by assist to DJ with the reverse dunk. So that was awesome for Pickett. Back-to-back games with individual achievements is great, but it would be even better with a win. And unfortunately, the Nuggets aren't able to capitalize on these things right now. So let's just get right into stats here. All right, so the stats here, we have Hunter Tyson with 29 minutes, 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 for 20 from field goal. I think the most efficient player tonight from the field was, let's see here, was Jalen Pickett. Yeah. The Nuggets were... What I was kind of feeling like tonight was that the Spurs played like a sub-500 NBA team, and the Nuggets were playing like a G League team. That's basically what we had. We had a G League team, essentially. It was G League with Russ and DJ. Like, they had 2 vets, and the rest of them were G Leaguers. You had, so Hunter Tyson, also 3 for 9 in 3 points. He did make 1 free throw of 1, so got there. He had 0 turnovers, 0 personal fouls, was a -7. Zeke Naji played 22 minutes tonight. He had 8 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. He was 2 for 6 from field, 1 for 3 from 3, 3 for 4 from free throws. He had 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, was a +10. DeAndre Jordan played 35 minutes tonight, and he had a double-double, 10 points, 17 rebounds. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he had the most amount of rebounds tonight. He did. So he had the most amount of rebounds. He had 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. He was 2 for 4 from field. So technically he did have the better percentage, but he only shot 4 times. So that's where I give it to Pickett. So he was 2 for 4 from field, 6 for 12 from free throws. So he didn't miss all of his free throws. He only made half of them, and he kept on going to the line because every team knows to foul him. And that's exactly what the Spurs game plan was tonight. They were just, don't let him dunk, foul him, and it worked. 0 turnovers, 4 personal fouls. He was a 0. Russell Westbrook played the most amount of minutes tonight, trying to redeem himself. He did have a double-double of 30 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. He was 11 for 25 from field, 3 for 10 from 3, 5 for 6 from free throws. He had 4 turnovers, 0 personal fouls, was a 0. He actually had another chance to help the Nuggets take the game with another layup, and he missed the layup again. I don't know what it is with his layups right now. I mean, he's always kind of been just kind of haphazardly or like lack of regard, just kind of throwing himself at the rim, and it kind of caught up to him lately. So Jalen Pickett played 35 minutes tonight. He had 17 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists, 1 steal. He was 6 for 13 from field, 3 for 6 from 3, 2 for 2 from free throws, 3 turnovers, 0 personal fouls, was a -3. And Jalen Pickett, I will say, has really done well this season, especially seeing where he was last year, and even at the start of the year. He has really grown as a player, and he's shown that he can be really smart. He can definitely have a smart IQ. So this was just really nice to see him get that triple-double. And I even said before the game started that we were going to have a Pickett triple-double. I actually thought it was going to be like something like a 10, 10, and 10, or 10, 11, 10, or whatever. nice to see him get 17 points. So that's awesome. I think that's also a career high for him, 17 points in the NBA. And then also a triple-double, really, really nice for Jalen Pickett. If he keeps it up, I'm going to be getting a number 24 jersey for sure. And then the bench was not great as per usual, but Vlatko, who had a couple of good shots, only had 8 points. He had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. So he did play the best out of our bench. Spencer Jones has been having some good defensive plays, but his offense is horrendous. He only made 4 points tonight off the bench. Not so great overall. So overall stats, we had 58 rebounds to their 52. We had 24 assists to their 27. We had 7 steals to their 6. We had 4 blocks to their 5. We shot 39% from field. They shot 44%. We shot 29% from 3. They shot 37%. We shot 68% from free throws. They shot 76%. We had 12 turnovers. They had 10. We had 12 personal fouls. They had 17. And that's because they kept on fouling DJ. I'm telling you, that was 100% their game plan, and that 100% worked. And that's the unfortunate thing about having DJ on the floor. He is great for lobbing. He is great for rebounding. He is great for even kind of sometimes stealing and blocking. Great for blocking. And for jump balls and everything, DJ's your man. But God, don't let him get fouled. Because if he gets fouled, then we're losing chances at buckets. Like, you got to get that ball into the hand of a better free throw shooter. And it's unfortunate because then last night I was actually looking at how Gobert shoots via free throw, and he is a much better free throw shooter. I will give Gobert that one little credit. He is a much better free throw shooter, despite the fact they are both roughly the same size. Gobert just has even an awkward body type. He looks like he's unrendered from a game, but he still is able to shoot free throws a lot better than DJ does. And DJ has been known for that for several years. So, and he was actually cursing too. Like, I thought that the camera would go away from DJ, but they stayed on him as he was dropping F-bombs. Like, that was crazy. Like, there's kids, man. And you're like, he was shouting it. Like, if we hear it on the camera mic, I'm pretty sure the kids in the front row hear him shouting that, which I didn't think that DJ would be okay with that himself. But the Nuggets are frustrated. 100% they're frustrated. You can even see that Russell Westbrook tonight was very frustrated. He even hit the ground. There was a couple of times, like, there was one layup that he tried where I don't know what he was doing, and it was a layup, I think, but he wasn't even in a proper form to even try to make the layup. I think he was just frustrated and trying to draw a foul, and they just weren't calling the foul for him. And it was just really difficult to watch. It was a very difficult game to watch until there was maybe 3 or 2 to 3 minutes in there that were really awesome to watch. Be like, oh, wow, maybe we can win this. And then the other foot drops and you're like, oh, wait, yeah, we don't have Jokić on the floor. We don't even have our starters on the floor. Yeah, this is going to be a throwaway game for sure. And that's exactly what it was. So, because they still had Castle. Castle is one of their best players, even though he's a rookie. He's one of their best players. He's going to be Rookie of the Year. And then you have CP3, who, he's still a really good player at his age, at his veteran age. He's still a decent player. So you have them, and then you have Harrison Barnes as well, who has been a very good player, and he actually was their best player tonight. So the Spurs had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in double digits. Harrison Barnes had 20 points. Castle had 15. CP3 had 17. Champetti had 14, and then Mamuk had 16. He actually had a double-double. You had Castle with a double-double. Like, it was just crazy. Like, the one time that you need a rebound win after a horrible loss against a team that you just cannot stand, then you go and you have another loss against another team. But at least the Spurs are a little bit more respectable of a team, especially with their issues right now, with Wemby having his horrible issues with his blood clots, or the blood illness that he has right now. You have Darren Fox with out, and then you have even their head coach, Greg Popovich, out. And I really hope that he heals, because he's been one of the best coaches ever in NBA. And I think no matter what, if you're a fan of the NBA, you have a lot of respect for Popovich. So hopefully he heals up. I will never forget last season when he was, I forget what game it was, but they were playing a team, the Spurs were, and they were at home, and the Spurs crowd were booing the other team. And Greg Popovich got on the microphone and told everyone, "We are not that kind of team. Don't boo." That alone brought me so much respect for that man. Even though I already had a lot of respect for him, I got a lot more respect for him for that, because you don't find that every single day. So I guess it's not a horrible loss when you look at it. So we'll get into big takeaways though after this.
Hey everyone, let's talk sound quality. Imagine having pro-level audio that's easy to set up, flexible, and sounds incredible. That's the Rode PodMic USB. It's got both USB and XLR connections, so whether you're recording solo at home or in a full studio setup, you're covered. And get this, the built-in DSP effects let you adjust the sound with zero lag. You get that deep, smooth broadcast tone right out of the box. It's versatile, powerful, and basically makes your voice sound like pure gold.
And we're back. All right, so takeaways. It's easy to let a loss leave you hopeless, let alone back-to-back losses. But if anything has taught us from last season, it's that you can be a 5 seed, and if you play hard enough in the playoffs, you can still make it to the finals. So there is still hope for the Nuggets. I personally wanted the Timberwolves in the first round in the playoffs here, just because I want revenge that bad. I know that it's crazy to be the Nuggets and try to take on the Timberwolves, but I would rather take at them head on and squash this thing right away than have to deal with another season of this stuff. I want revenge. But I also want the Warriors for selfish reasons. I can actually have a chance to maybe be at the games for then. But regardless, I want the Nuggets to be healthy. One regular season game doesn't have more meaning than a playoff game. And right now, what matters is having the boys healthy to be able to make it through the playoffs. And we all know that Jokić is the MVP this season. You know it. I know it. All of Nuggets Nation knows it. Unless you're OKC or the Lakers or even the Timberwolves or Celtics fans, you pretty much know who the MVP really is. They will give it to SGA though, but we know it's Jokić. And if they aren't able to finish the job this season, the Nuggets aren't, then hopefully next season they come back bigger and better than before, than any other season. As long as the Celtics or the Lakers don't win this season or next season, the Nuggets still have hope and they still have chances. So, it is what it is. And we just got to keep on not letting it affect us so much so, I know we as Nuggets Nation weave our identity within the Nuggets themselves. When they lose, we feel like we lost. The frustrating thing is that we're not the ones on the court. We're the ones just watching the ones on the court, and we're not even the ones in the building cheering them on. We're cheering them from screens where they can't even, feel us. So like that's one thing that always kind of annoys me. I don't know about you, but when you see these games and you see the crowd being quiet, like I just want to wake them up and be like, come on, you're the sixth man right now. Cheer them on. And that's the most that we as fans can do, since we're not the ones actually playing on the court. And many of us don't even know how to play. We just enjoy watching, right? So like I miss playing, and I wish that I would play more. But you watch and you just kind of hope that they have it together every single game. But they're human too, and they're going to have a lot of mishaps. And the champions are the ones that build the good habits. And unfortunately, most of the roster for the Nuggets have not been building good habits. And that actually goes for a lot of teams. Unless you're the Cavs, Celtics, or OKC, you've been already not having great habits. So, let's cut the Nuggets a little slack. They're still in it. They're still going to the playoffs, and they still are above the play-in. So there's still hope. And let's see what this loss did for the Nuggets. So with this loss, the Lakers didn't even play tonight, and we gave them the 3rd seed now with this loss. So we now dropped to the 4th seed. We are 47-30 win-loss record. We are with the Warriors now. Warriors are 5th seed, so we are going to be playing them in the first round of the playoffs. Playoffs start on April 15th. Well, actually, the play-in tournament starts April 15th to the 18th. Playoffs start on the 19th. So we're going to be playing the Warriors round 1, and that should hopefully be a fun series. Hopefully it only goes 4. Hopefully we get a sweep, but even if it goes 7, that can still be fun. I mean, the only thing then is that if we win that, then the next team that we are facing is OKC. And luckily enough, we did tie them this season in the series. So it's not to say that OKC and Denver don't match well. We can still have a chance against them. Plus, we've been to the championship. They haven't. They've been a second round exit, just like we were last season. So, like anything can happen in the playoffs. So the next game actually is against the Warriors this Friday, the 4th. They're gonna fly over to the Bay Area here. I'm actually on that same day flying to Vegas because I will be going to the NAB, the broadcasting convention held in the Vegas Convention Center. So I'm going to be there. I'm not going to be here, unfortunately, which also means that I probably won't be available to do another podcast of this type for a little while. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I'm gonna hopefully try to do it for the game that I'm gonna be at for the Grizzlies. So there's the Warriors on Friday, and then on Sunday are the Pacers back at home, and then they travel away again to the Kings, and then they come back to face the Grizzlies for the last home game, and then they fly back out to face the Rockets on the 13th. So there's a chance that I can maybe do a podcast for the Grizzlies and then hopefully for the Rockets. But I probably won't be able to do one for the next 3, unfortunately. So I'll post some stuff so that you can see some of my content. If you enjoy my content, I hope you do. And again, please, I welcome you to share out my videos and to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really is helpful. And but that's pretty much all I have for this episode. I hope you did enjoy it. And again, I hope you do send it out to your friends and family share it, like it, subscribe to it, and I will hopefully be back soon. We'll see, and I'm definitely going to be for the play-in tournament and the playoffs, so we'll definitely do some podcasts for that. Try to figure out how to elevate the engagement there. So, but that's pretty much all I got. So you've been listening to CS 105.1, where I talk about sports with good vibes. We'll catch you later.